All right, I get so many guys asking me, Anish, how do I stand out in a market that's saturated? Online fitness coaching is saturated. Online coaching is saturated. I see everyone and their mom trying to be an online coach. Why would someone hire me over anyone else? Well, that's what I'm gonna break down in this video, the same way I break it down for my clients. I'm gonna give you the answers to the questions that you've been asking. I'm also gonna tell you common mistakes that you're probably making and how to fix them, okay? So pay attention, this is gonna be really important. I'm gonna teach you how to stand out. Now you might be asking, what is all this stuff right here? I just made this up, but it makes total sense, and it's exactly how someone who comes to your page determines whether or not you're different than everyone else and whether or not they resonate with you and they're gonna hire you versus Joe Schmo who's doing the same exact thing, talking about some general tips. Okay, why are you gonna get their business and Joe Schmo is not? Okay, this is why. So when you post on Instagram, this is a funnel. At the top of the funnel, it's bigger, and at the bottom of the funnel, it's smaller. What does this mean? Okay, I'm breaking this down in the most basic, simple terms so anyone who has no idea about online coaching can understand why people are gonna hire you. At the top of the funnel, we have everyone who's on Instagram, all Instagram users, okay? You're gonna bring them into your funnel the moment they see a reel of yours that goes viral. And what is a viral reel? A reel that is very broad, people can resonate with it, it's funny, or it's relatable, something, or it's very educational, so that way people wanna share it. A viral reel is gonna happen when you make a reel that is very shareable. People resonate it one way or another. Maybe it's a meme, or maybe it's you putting some text over a screen and it's super funny because of the video, whatever it is. You're gonna create a viral reel. Now, what is the formula for a viral reel? Okay, you ready for a secret? There is no formula for a viral reel. There's so many reels that go viral that are all completely different. The ultimate number one most important thing for a viral reel is people need to be able to resonate with it in one way or another. It needs to be funny, it needs to be relatable, it needs to be educational at a very high level, okay? It needs to be shocking, it needs to be inspiring, it needs to cause a high level of emotion, and it's gonna go viral. Now, how do you do this? You're gonna copy someone else. It's pretty straightforward. Most people out here are trying to create their own viral format, viral style. Literally, my best reels, a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them, are something that I saw one of my competitors make. It blew up. I looked at the reel, I said, why did this reel blow up? Like, what about this specific reel made it so that way it blew up? See, so many people are mimicking, I see this all the time, okay? A lot of online coaches, what they do is they find a reel they like when they're scrolling and they remake it. But the reel that they found isn't viral. To make a viral reel, all you have to do is find a viral reel and copy it. Now, you can change little bits and pieces to make it yours. Like, for example, if you find a reel and the reel is something along the line, hopefully that your competitors are as close to you as possible. But for example, if you're a fitness coach and you help skinny guys bulk, then go find other guys who help skinny guys bulk and put on muscle and find their viral reels, and then chances are you'll be able to recreate it almost exactly how it is. You're just gonna change their pictures for your pictures, okay? Or their video for your video. And whatever they say, you're gonna say it. And you gotta figure out, why did it go viral? Like, what about this reel made it go viral? You wanna know how you're gonna figure out why it went viral? You're gonna go look at the comments. What is everyone commenting about? Is it what they're wearing? Is it what they said? Is it the text? Did it cause controversy? Just use your two eyes, look at the reel, figure out, okay, why did it go viral? What is everyone talking about? And you're gonna just copy it and recreate it. And so, like, for example, skinny guy trying to put on muscle. If you can find a competitor who talks to skinny guys trying to put on muscle, you're in luck. Let's say the biggest guy in your space in fitness coaching is person X. And person X doesn't necessarily help skinny guys build muscle. What he does is he helps fat guys lose weight and get shredded. But he has a reel that went crazy viral, and it's a transformation of him when he's fat to him when he's skinny, and the text on screen is like something like an excuse. I don't know why I can't lose weight. And then the beat drops and it goes to him being fat ass to him being skinny. And the text changes from, in quotations, I don't know why I can't lose weight, to him skinny, and it says eat less on the screen. Let's say that's it, right? But let's say you don't help guys lose weight, you help guys bulk. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna see, okay, why did this go viral? Well, the before is what fat people tell themselves. And the after is a very blunt, direct statement telling them what to do. And the transformation was pretty shocking, and it was right on the beat drop. So we looked at the reel we found. I'm just making this all up, by the way, like this imaginary reel, but I'm giving you the thought process of how to figure out why a reel went viral. Then you're gonna go to the comments and they're all gonna be talking about how, they're gonna probably be a lot of hate comments talking about excuses as to why people can't lose weight that aren't eating less. There's other reasons, diabetes, metabolism, whatever, people making excuses. So he's triggered a lot of people, most likely, person X in this made up scenario, which is good. So now you gotta think, how can I trigger people? Now, on top of that, you also have to look at, was the transformation very shocking? What about the transformation made it so shocking? And the before is a text that that his avatar is, fat people, tell themselves. Okay, so now you're helping skinny guys build muscle. So how do you copy and recreate that viral reel? So it should be you skinny at the beginning, and it should have some text over it that's controversial or something that a lot of people who are skinny are gonna tell themselves, a common excuse, like the inner dialogue of a skinny person. So instead of saying, I don't know why I can't lose weight, which is what the fat person telling themselves, the skinny person might be saying, I can't put on muscle because I have a fast metabolism. So the text might be, I have a fast metabolism. Then the beat drops, and then it's you jacked, and what does the text say? Take a guess. The fat person who had to lose weight, it said eat less. What is yours gonna say? Yours is gonna say eat more. It's pretty straightforward. I actually took this concept from Vincent Fisher, who's an online business coach now, but he was a fitness coach. And I took this exact concept and I recreated his reel and made it mine. Exactly what I'm talking about right here. And that was one of my most viewed videos back when I first started doing fitness and mindset coaching, because I was helping skinny guys put on muscle. So I just copied his reel, and it did well. So most people the mistake here is people are copying reels that aren't viral, but that they see that they like. If that reel you're copying didn't go viral, then yours probably won't go viral if you try to copy it. And the second mistake I see here is guys who try to create their reels all from their own creativity and their own imagination. That's not bad to do. You can do that if you get a good idea and you think you can make a viral reel. Nothing wrong with that. But you also want to be getting inspiration from reels that already went viral, so you increase your chances by a lot to go viral, okay? That's step one. So here's the funnel. Everyone who's in Instagram and who's scrolling, and your reel blows up, and you collect a lot of the users and you bring them into your funnel, and now they are aware of your viral reel. Now it's time to work your way down the funnel, work the viewer down the funnel into a paying client. Okay, so now next thing, they see the viral reel. What are they gonna do from there? They're gonna click on your profile. So your profile has to be optimized. Within the first 3 seconds of looking at your profile, the person should get a general idea of, this is the key right here, okay? How do you optimize your profile? The person should get a general idea of 2 things, okay? It's not a lot of room on here, but who you help, I'm gonna come over here. Who you help and what you help them with, okay? A general idea of who you help and what you help them with. And that's gonna be from your bio. All right. You also don't want to look like an amateur. Your profile picture should be clearly visible, see your face, and maybe something related to what you do. So if you're a fitness coach, maybe you in a tank top flexing or something like that, okay? But from your bio, they should figure out who it is you help and what you help them with. Very simple. And then your bio, your picture, your name, obviously have your name, and you can have like online fitness coach or transformation coach or social coach or sales coach, something, general. You can have it right beside your name underneath the profile picture so they can get a broad idea of what you do. But once they understand that, now they think, okay, well, do I want to follow this guy? If a skinny guy comes to your page and your bio says, I help skinny guys build muscle, It's not bad. They understand it, right? But now what's the next thing they're gonna do? They understand you help them kind of, but there's so many people online who are helping skinny guys build muscle. So now what's the next thing they do? They're gonna scroll down and you're gonna have 3 pinned reels. And they're gonna look at your pinned reels and and this all happens so quick and it happens subconsciously. So you gotta make sure all this stuff is set up and optimized. So after they go to your profile, they go to your pinned reels. Are you someone they can trust, whose information that they can take in and actually believe and apply to their life? If the answer is yes, we've got a good thing going here. So how do your pinned reels need to be structured? One should be your story, your transformation. That's gonna build a ton of authority because you've gone through the exact thing you teach. So now they know you know what you're talking about. But the next question they have is, can you actually help other people get results? So then the next one of your pinned reels is gonna be a testimonial from a client or a client win or something like this and how you got it. Now, if one of your pinned reels is your story and you don't have any client wins or you have 0 clients, the next one's gonna be talking about your story, like your childhood, how you brought up, how you got in the situation you were in, and a little bit about your transformation, but mainly just like you. Not just your transformation, but the story reel is just about you, okay, in general, so they can understand you, but also they'll see in your story reel that you did go through some sort of transformation. But the testimonial reel is where you talk about a transformation that you've done, either for a client or your own transformation, and you're gonna specifically break down how you did it. So when they see this, they're gonna know, okay, he can teach. Not only has he gone through it in his story, but he can teach. Either he has a testimonial, he's helped someone else, or he's helped himself. And here's how he's helped himself. He's obviously knowledgeable. He can teach me how to do it as well. And the last one is your offer. So you're gonna break down your program. What are the pillars to your program? That's what you're gonna break down in this one, right? In the third pinned reel. Those are gonna be your 3 pinned reels. Immediately, you're gonna build authority. Okay, they understand, the viewer understands, okay, he generally solves the problem that I have. Okay, so I'm the person that he's targeting, he's speaking to. In the pinned reels, I can see he's gone through the transformation. He's knowledgeable about how to go through the transformation. And here's a little bit about his program. So he offers help, he is a coach. Very clear and very obvious from your pinned reels that this is the case, okay? Now what are they gonna do? Maybe they don't watch all your pinned reels, but maybe they watch one, maybe they skim through it, but generally speaking, they're gonna see your pinned reels right there. And the thumbnail for the pinned reel should say or convey, one is your story, one is a testimonial about how to make a transformation, and one is about your coaching offer. And your coaching offer ideally should have a name. Like mine is the Ascension program, Ascension Consulting, okay, the Ascension system. I've branded it as Ascension. This is what my hat is. You see that A right there? That A stands for Ascension. So they see those pinned reels, they see the thumbnail, the pinned reel, or the cover picture, they understand what's going on there. Now they're gonna scroll down and they're gonna find your niche reels. So these are reels. Now this is where the good stuff is, okay? These reels speak directly to who you help and what their problems are. Directly, okay? Now, here's where people make mistakes. I'll go to a coach's page and everything they post about is motivational. It's general. It's like talking about discipline, habits, social skills. Here's the thing. Here's how to know whether your niche reels, which are reels that speak directly to your avatar, here's how to know whether they're good or not. When your avatar watches them, they need to think, this guy is in my head. He's in my head, okay? And here's the second part to that. Everyone who isn't your avatar needs to see the niche reels and think, this is not the guy I want to hire. He's not speaking to me. If all you talk about is discipline and habits and mindset, grind set, get after it, who are you turning away with that kind of speaking? Okay, here's what I mean. There's a massive difference between, okay, for example, I did door-to-door sales. So let's say my niche is I help skinny guys build muscle. So what are some problems that skinny guys who build muscle go through? Okay, they feel full. They can't get enough calories in. They think they're eating so much, but they're not because they're not tracking them. And what are they thinking? What are skinny guys thinking? I can't fill up the sleeves of my shirt, stuff like this. Now, this is pretty good. Like, these are the problems that skinny guys are dealing with. So it is decent. Here's how I would dominate a niche. I would help skinny guys in door-to-door sales that want to put on muscle during the selling season. Oh my God, I could dominate this niche because this was me and I made a transformation. So the more you niche down, the better and the more specific your niche reels can be. And the more specific they are, the more you're gonna attract that person, your avatar. So, okay, all skinny guys have struggled eating a lot of food, but why? Because they have a small appetite, right? All skinny guys are gonna hear that and think, yeah, I've heard that 1,000 times before, that's obviously my problem. But is that gonna be strong enough? Are they gonna resonate with that enough for them to follow you and join, your community? I don't know about that. Possibly, okay? But if they're a door-to-door salesman and I say a very specific problem that door-to-door salesmen have when it comes to putting on weight, and a door-to-door salesman comes to my page, they're gonna think, holy crap, this guy gets it, he gets me. So for example, in the summer selling season, it's difficult to get a lot of calories in because you knock doors as a door-to-door salesman from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and you're knocking all day, you're burning a lot of calories because you're moving all day, and your lunch is only a 30-minute break. So the problems that a door-to-door salesman who's skinny is gonna have involve not just not eating enough because of a lack of appetite, it's gonna involve things like this. How can I, in 30 minutes, consume the amount of calories I need to consume? So a very specific problem for them is, how can I eat enough food and not get full and also eat it in enough time so I can get back to work? Here's another problem that they would deal with. How can I consume in a surplus when I'm outside all day moving my body, burning a ton of calories? So when I speak about that problem, they know I'm speaking to them. They know I'm only speaking to them. So if someone comes to my page and they're a skinny guy who want to build muscle, but what do? They're not in sales. They work at, they're in college with no job. Is that person gonna follow my page? No, because I'm not speaking to their problems really at all. Yes, I'm helping skinny guys put on muscle, but there's a huge difference in the problems that a guy in door-to-door sales is dealing with and a college kid is dealing with. What are the problems that a college kid is dealing with who wants to bulk? Well, he's gonna be broke, most likely. And one of his problems is, how does he get enough calories in for the cheapest amount? And the door-to-door sales guys, how can I get the most amount of calories in the quickest time frame? Two different problems that are gonna attract two different people. You need to niche your post down to a very specific type of person and speak to their problems and only their problems. Only their problems. So what is the ML here? ML stands for market looping, which means, how do you know what these very specific problems are that your avatar is dealing with? So the first way is, you were this avatar in this situation, so you understand it because you lived it. That's good. The second way is like this. You need to go on YouTube, pretend you're your avatar. You need to pretend that you are someone who's skinny in door-to-door sales, like the past version of you, and search on YouTube. What would they search? How can I build muscle? I'm using this one example throughout the whole video because I think it's just the easiest one to understand, but you can take it and apply it to your niche. So a skinny guy who's in door-to-door sales is gonna go and search, how can I down a bunch of calories quickly? I need a shake. What is the best shake for hard gainers? A skinny guy is gonna call themselves a hard gainer, right? And why are they searching up a shake? Because they wanna down it quickly. So you can go to the comments of that video and find phrases and things that people are saying and problems they're dealing with in regards to downing a lot of calories quickly and why this video was so helpful. So maybe one of the comments is, I've been looking for a shake that actually tastes good, that isn't super thick, that also has a lot of calories. This is a lifesaver. Thank you for this. Let's say there's a comment that says exactly that. What are you gonna do? You're gonna paste it into a document, and you're gonna have a document with all of these phrases and things that your avatar is speaking about. Your avatar is who you're selling to, if you haven't picked up on that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a piece of content saying, this shake is gonna be a lifesaver for you because it's not super thick. It tastes amazing and it has 1,200 calories, so you can down it when you're in a rush on your break. Notice how I took what was said in that comment and I applied it into the reel. And it's super niche and it speaks directly to them. I can even go on Reddit. So that's YouTube. You're gonna do that for a bunch of different videos. Go to the comments, how to build muscle in door-to-door sales, how to build muscle when you're working long hours, how to build muscle, best foods for building muscle quickly, all these type of things. And you're gonna go to the comments and you're gonna find the pains of your specific avatar and you're going to talk about them. Okay, now another way to find these pains and desires is on Reddit. I'm in door-to-door sales and I'm tired of losing weight during the summer. I want to bulk. What tips do you have? And type that in Reddit. Go find an article from a door-to-door salesperson and people who are speaking about trying to put on weight during the summer, during the selling season, and the problems they're dealing with. Copy and paste those into the market looping document, and you're gonna use that in your content. You're gonna keep looping the pains of your avatar into your content. The third way, besides personal experience and research on YouTube and Reddit, is to take what people in your DMs and on sales calls, this is once you start posting and getting traction and making offers, you're gonna take what people are telling you that their problems are and what they want are, and you're gonna then cycle that back into your niche reels. So this is how you make really good niche reels. You have to get into the mind of your avatar, okay? And you need to know who your avatar is, not on a broad level, but on a specific level. And how do you know you're doing it right? When everyone who is not your avatar watches your reels, your niche reels, because that's different than the viral reels. The viral reels aren't very specific. They're more broad, they're very relatable. They can be shared widely. But then your niche reels are gonna funnel out. Everyone that comes and watches your viral reels, that is not, so this is where the niche reels is, right? This is where the viral reels is. So everyone from here to here, everyone here that leaves the funnel, who's not gonna make it all the way to niche reels, these guys right here, they thought this viral reel was great, it was funny or whatever, but then you lost them on the profile and the pin reels and the niche reels because they weren't who you're helping, and that's good. You want them to screw off because that's not who you're targeting. The more people you can turn away, the more people are gonna resonate with you at a high level. The more broad and general your messaging is, the more you sound like everyone else and you won't stand out. And you're not gonna attract your tribe. Okay, so you're gonna market loop, so you're gonna find out people's pains and desires, and you're gonna create a gap between those two places in your niche reels, okay? So how do you find out their pains and desires? You market loop like we talked about, personal experience, research, and what people tell you. And then your reels need to be structured in a way where you're speaking or giving information via the caption, via texting in the caption. You're giving information about how to close the gap between their very specific pains and their very specific desires. And if you can do this properly, people are gonna really feel like they resonate with you. Not just anyone, but your avatar. And they're gonna feel like you get what it is that they're dealing with, okay? So now your avatar, your perfect ideal client who comes to your page, they see the viral reel, they click on your profile, they think, oh, this guy might be able to help me. They see your pinned reels and they think, oh, he knows what he's talking about. They see your niche reels, they're very specific, and he's like, oh, wow, he gets me. He gets me. Then they go ahead and follow, boop. Now that they're following you, they're gonna go look at your story. Or maybe they don't follow you, but then they're gonna go look at your story and follow you after they look at your story. Either way, It doesn't matter where they follow you. Okay, at some point they'll follow you here. But then after they see your niche reels, they're gonna go see your story. What's on your story? This is where the magic happens, okay? Authenticity. How do you separate yourself from everyone else? You need to speak on your story. You need to show what you're doing in your day-to-day life, right? So for example, if a skinny guy who's in door-to-door sales comes to my page and I'm a coach for skinny guys in door-to-door sales, then what am I gonna be talking about? I'm gonna be talking about on my story why this shake I made. It's gonna be similar to the reels, but it's gonna be me in real time, teaching, informing, speaking my mind, and showing my life outside of what it is I teach, because I want to show I'm a real person that has a real life outside of what it is that I do. People like them. So a lot of what I'll talk about on my story, if we keep running with this example I'm using, is I'll talk about on my story experiences I had in door-to-door sales that were funny, that were relatable, and that way the people in door-to-door sales, when they watch it, they're gonna think, holy crap, that just happened to me. Like getting cursed out or getting bit by a dog, or the struggles of feeling like you're not good enough on the doors because taking validation from other people. Like these are all things door-to-door salesmen are gonna deal with, and only door-to-door salesmen are gonna deal with, because if you're not knocking doors, you wouldn't understand these things. So when they click on my story, they're gonna think, holy crap, man, this guy's just like me. And he helps me solve a problem. I mean, like, when they watch your story, they need to think, I could go grab a beer with this guy, or I could go chop it up with this guy. That's what's gonna make you stand out. But the problem is most coaches, they don't post on their story except for a couple pictures. They don't speak to the camera on their story. They don't treat their story like it's behind the scenes of their life. So people who come to their page, they don't actually understand who the heck this person is. And then they won't ever think to themselves, oh, this is my guy. They're gonna think, oh, this is just another one of those guys. And you don't wanna be another one of those guys. You wanna be their guy, because you solve their problems, and then they come to your story and you're speaking just like someone they would go grab a beer with. You gotta be their friend on the story, okay? So you're speaking about your day-to-day life, the problems, the experiences, you're relating to them on your story. You've got 10 to 15 stories up every single day, and your stories are not only where you show who you really are through authenticity, and the more you post on your story, by the way, the better you'll get at it, the better you'll be able to talk to the camera like it is an actual friend or someone who's there. So practice that, right? And you'll be more authentic. But really on your story, you're gonna have CTAs. So once every day, maybe, or like once every 10 to 15 stories, you're gonna throw a poll on there. And your poll is gonna say something related to the problem you solve. Did you eat your lunch today, or did you skip it? I ate my lunch, or I skipped it. And what you're gonna do is everyone who votes, you're going to DM them and say, what's up, bro? I saw you skipped your lunch. Why'd you skip it? You're not getting your calories in. Are you trying to bulk? Are you in door to door? And then basically from the story call to action, you're gonna start a conversation with them. Another way to start a conversation from your story is you're gonna see at the top, right? This is your Instagram page, right? And then like, this is your story. And then here's all the viewers. These top like 5 to 10 viewers are gonna be roughly the same every single story. And so if you see the same people watching your story and they're at the top of that list, that means they're stalking your profile and they are actively engaged in what it is you're doing. These people are keeping up with you, especially if they watch all your stories. Like they make it all the way to the end of the 15th story every single day. Bro, DM them, say thanks for the support, man. Saw you viewing my stories. Are you in door to door? I'm still running with the same example, okay? So you're gonna start conversations with the people from your stories, all right? You don't want to very often, if at all, make reels selling your service. Your reels should be speaking about the pain and the desires of your avatar and helping them close that gap by providing free value in your niche reels. And then your viral reels should be broad, general, reels that went viral in your niche from competitors that are just relatable, funny, you know, that invoke some sort of emotion. You're not really teaching necessarily, unless what you're teaching is at a very high level and it's very relatable, then it could go viral. But most of the viral reels, they're not gonna bring in your ideal avatar. But what you will do is you bring you'll bring eyeballs on your page. Your niche reels are where you're gonna really create that gap between where they are and where they wanna go. Your story is where you're really gonna sell them, but it's almost indirectly. It's almost indirectly, right? You can still speak about your program in your story, but you're really just gonna get them to raise their hand in polls and Q&As. And if they're watching all your stories, and you're gonna start a convo with them as well. So it's like a low-key way. Like, you don't wanna just be selling all the time on your stories and on your reels. It's gonna lose trust with your audience. Okay, so now you started a conversation with them because they keep viewing your story or they voted in your poll, and they've gone through all these things, and let's say they followed you. They finally, at this point, somewhere up until this point, they have decided to follow you. So now they're a follower, they're viewing your stories, and they voted in a poll. You're gonna start a conversation with them, and the goal of a conversation is one thing and one thing only. You are trying to get them. Well, actually, it's three things. One, you want to open the door to conversation, so you want to start the relationship with them. Two is you want to nurture the relationship with them. And by nurture, I mean you want to, if they're not ready to get on a call, then you're just going to send them free value. Secondly is you want to get them on a call. But before you do that, thirdly is you want to qualify them. So you're going to introduce yourself, start the relationship, and nurture them. That's one reason you're going to start a conversation. You're going to qualify them to see, can they pay and afford your service? Is it something they want and need? And if the answer is yes, then you get them on a call. Really, the ultimate goal, what I was going to say, is get them onto a call. From a convo, you need to get them on a call. But really, you want to qualify them. You don't want to deal with broke people. You don't want to deal with people who aren't who you're trying to help on calls, because they're just going to be a headache for you. And if they have problems that you aren't aware of because they're not exactly who it is you want to work with, but a little bit, like if you're just starting, maybe you can have a call with them and take them on as a client. But ideally, the point of a conversation is to figure out a little bit about the person's situation. And then once you understand what their pains are, what they want, what's stopping them, you can say, hey man, are you open to help? They say yes, cool. Are you down to hop on a call? Let's hop on a call. You hop on a call with them, you sell them. How do you sell them? You ask them and get more details about where they are right now and how they got there. From there, you're gonna go into where they wanna go and why they wanna go there. And then the third thing you're gonna do on the call is you're gonna explain to them how your program, your offer is gonna help them specifically based on what they told you on the first two parts. You're gonna explain to them how you can get them from where they are to where they wanna go through your program. Then you're gonna offer them, you're gonna tell them the price, and you're gonna offer them help. And they're either gonna say yes or no, or give you some sort of objection, and you'll have to go back and forth and negotiate and close the deal, okay? I mean, I could make a whole long training on that, but you understand. You get them on the phone, you figure those things out, you offer them your help. From there, they say yes or no, and they become a client, or they don't become a client. This is how you stand out, okay? It's these three things right here. Really, it's these three things. It's your pinned reels, it's your niche reels, and it's your story. Your story gets them to like you. Your niche reels gets them to understand that you understand them. And your pin reels gets them to understand that you can actually help them. All right? If these three things aren't dialed the heck in, right? Anyone can go recreate viral motivational reels. That's easy. Anyone can say they're an online fitness coach helping skinny guys build muscle in their bio. That's easy, okay? But these three things, you need to have results in your life or someone else's. You need to take what people are saying that they need help with, your avatar, what they're saying they need help with, and use that in your content very specifically. And then lastly, you need to speak on your story every single day. Do not miss a day. Be consistent with this. If you do these things every single day over a long enough period of time, you will close deals, you will make money online, you will be able to quit your 9-to-5 job, I promise you. I'm not special. None of my clients are special. Not even a little bit special. Nobody is doing anything that you can't do. Do you understand that you can do this and make a ton of money online coaching, okay? If you want to speak to me one-on-one about your business and how we can take your business to the next level, or you haven't even started yet, something is stopping you from starting and you want help to start, then go ahead and book a call with me down below in the description, because I am taking on more clients right now in my one-on-one consulting program to help you start and replace your 9-to-5 income with an online coaching business, so that way you can have time, location, and more financial freedom. So go ahead and book a call. The link will be in the description. You'll have to answer a couple of questions and then pick a time. And then I'll look forward to seeing you on that call. Follow me on Instagram, where I do all these things. You can see a real life example. I do all these things. So follow me on Instagram in the description. And lastly, I want you guys to subscribe, obviously, and then comment down below what you want me to elaborate on my next video, what problems you have, and are you able to stand out? And if not, where are you messing up? I want to know, where are you messing up? Where do most people mess up? Okay, what I've seen most people mess up right here on their story. They don't speak on their story. That's where I think most people mess up. Go ahead and comment down below where you're messing up, and I can make a video elaborating on how you can fix those things. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.